So first thing that we see here is going to be in regards to, so this is actually a trade idea that I have when it comes to UNH. First thing that I do want to cover is SPY. And quickly, when it comes to SPY, I kept this here. And can someone tell me, yesterday we covered the word or the theme for the class. Can someone tell me or remind me what that was that we're in right now and we're going to be in that phase for quite some time? Can someone remind me? Stagnation, right? It's going to be, yeah, very stagnant. There's not going to be much movement until what? Until we finally get out of this consolidation phase that we're in right now. Mind you, this square that you see right here, I kept that square or rectangle there from yesterday. And as you can see, 417 is still a critical resistance level. Until we don't break, I mean, we have to break 417 to make higher highs and higher lows, or we will break 406 and come back lower. I do like this setup. Why? Because oftentimes there's two things that can happen. At the end of the day, we have a lower low that's being formed, and I'm going to get my brush because it's a better tool than the drawing tool here when it comes to trading view. We have a lower low trying to make a lower high. We're consolidating here between the 406 level and 417 level. There's two things that can happen. Either we go like this, right, and make another higher high, or lower low, lower high, and come right back down. Those are the only two things that can happen right now when it comes to SPY until we finally get some direction. Honestly, the plan is still intact, and the plan is calls above 417. Yeah, so we definitely need to break above 417 above that to be able to get a confirmation that we're bullish, and of course, below 406 will be a good confirmation that we will be heading down as well. Anything in between will definitely be consolidation, and we'll be trading sideways when it comes to that. So please keep these numbers that are out, these numbers that are here, keep these numbers into account, and definitely consider them, because these numbers right here, you could definitely make money when it comes to trading. This right here is just the daily outlook. Let's go down to the 5-minute time frame and cover how you could have traded SPY today, right? So at the end of the day, we'll go ahead and replay it, and we'll do the recap since the start, all right? What's something that we can plot pre-market? Can somebody remind me? Again, for those that are new, when I teach classes, I give a market recap, but my main emphasis is to provide education when it comes to what we do, right? So first thing that we do is the high and low. So the pre-market high, pre-market low. Can someone tell me, why do we care about those levels? Why do we care about the pre-market high, pre-market low? Hedge funds use it, right? It could definitely be entry, critical levels for entry when it comes to puts and calls. And I bet you this, 86.5% of the discourse that you follow, all they do is just use pre-market high, pre-market low, right? So again, I'm showing you how to be self-sufficient, and you don't have to rely nor on me, nor on anyone to be able to make money, right? So at the end of the day, we have our pre-market high, and we have our pre-market low. Our pre-market high is 409.43. Pre-market low is 407. Let's go ahead and play it, and I'm going to stop it at the first candle, right? So first candle, what's the first thing that we do? Always ORB, opening range breakout. It is the most simple strategy that you can do. What you do is that you plot the high and the low of the first candle. So here we have the high, which is 409.30, right? And then we also have the low, which is 407.60. Now, there's two things that you can take into account. If we break the pre-market high, that's a good indication to go into calls. On top of that, if we break the ORB high, the opening range high, that could let us know that the trend is towards the upside for the day. So let's go ahead and continue playing it. Boom, and that would have been a very profitable trade right there, at least for a scalp, right? And then we come right down. And you're going to see this oftentimes where we break through, is going to try to pull back. And this is critical here because there's two things that can happen. It can either come down here, or it can pull back and make a higher high, higher low, and gain some steam and continue going up. Let's continue playing it. And as you can see, it gained some steam. This is totally fine. Aside from it being a higher high, higher low, can someone else tell me what is this beautiful structure that SPY formed early in the morning? It starts with an A, B, C, D, right? I mean, this is so simple. We go here. This is our A, right? For those that got in here, excellent job. For those that didn't, this is our B, which is that next higher high. At the end of the day, it's all market structure, right? We come back down, a small pullback. And isn't it crazy that we pull back right to the level that was previous resistance, right? So now previous resistance turns into support. That is our C. That C is what? Can someone tell me if I miss this entry, what is the C? Your re-entry, right? And then of course, your D is that higher high where you can take profit wherever you want, right? So here we have at the end of the day, no indicator. We come right back down. Let's see. We get a bit of rejection, a bit of exhaustion, which is totally fine, totally fine, totally fine. A bit of a double top there, breaks the neckline, right? So double top, not the most perfect double top. We do not care if it's perfect. I don't care about perfect. I just care that we have 2 points of rejection. I take that into account. We have our neckline here at 412. We break through that. That's an easy opportunity for puts. 4-bar play right there. I'm still sipping tea. I could take profit wherever I want. And at the end of the day here, we're definitely consolidating and we're still coming down. So the trend is still down. Something else that you can do here, and I was just going to put this here, is that you can always put a trend line. Use the trend lines. I'm telling you, the most underrated tool is the trend line. Why? Because the most touches, I can use this so many different ways. I can use it here. I can use it as a support. I can always use it as a resistance. So here we see what? I plot this trend line. I have what? I have multiple touches. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We finally break right here. And yes, definitely a double bottom, right? Double bottom. We have support here. We break through. That's the easy scalp towards the upside with a target of 412, right? That is how easy it is to trade, right? If we continue going down, let's see here. We start making what? Now, at this point, what are you concerned about? Can someone tell me? And I want you to keep in mind this right here. What are you concerned about? Double top. Stefano, great job, bro. Double top, right? Because we have previous rejection here. We might have the same rejection here. In other words, we have sellers that were present here. We may have the same sellers still present, and they want a short SPY at 413.57, right? And at the end of the day, what do we have here? We have a potential formation of a huge double top, right? So let's continue playing it. I'm going to speed it up just a little bit here. And what are we seeing? Consolidation right at that supply level. We break through it. We continue going back up. Excellent. Stephen, great job. Brian, great job, right? And we continue going back up. Higher highs and higher lows, right? Our double top didn't form. However, we still had it into account, right? So today, the highest of today, 416.21. Drop a 1 if you made money off of SPY today. I mean, this was definitely a great setup today. When it comes to SPY, it had a lot of relative strength. And at the end of the day here, I don't have volume. So for all those that are dropping ones, great job. Enjoy that profit, save it, invest it. Do what you got to do with it. But I'm telling you, make sure to pay yourself first and then invest your money, and always keep into account, taxes as well. Where was the ORB again? The ORB was here at the first candle, right? So first candle, here we have here. We plot the low, we plot the high, we break the high, and we just ride it the entire time, right? So that is the outlook there when it comes to day trading for SPY. I'm going to continue because of the sake of time. And then here we have QQQ, right? I'm just going to put this here just real quick. Can someone tell me what's currently happening? And again, these drawings here are from yesterday. Can someone tell me right now, what is the structure right now for QQQ? Are we consolidating? Are we trending? Can someone give me some context? Excellent job, Mercedes, Lakeisha, Stefano. Let's get it. We definitely are ranging. We are trading sideways, and we are trading between the range of what? 303 and 314, right? We have to break through it in order to be able to go up either above or if not below. So tomorrow, keep into account this level of tomorrow of 302.69. I'm just going to put it here as a trade idea. We'll just say this: QQQ puts below 302.5, right? That would be the main trade if we break here. And at the end of the day, if we go above calls, we can always take this pivot right here that we had at this given moment, right there.